What's up guys, it's 90sJoePlays and today I'm going to be playing Pac-Man World on PS1. So I'm back for my first video of 2021, or as I like to call it, 2020 Part 2. New year, same old world so far. As expected, there's no better way of escaping reality than playing an old PS1 game for my channel. So it's Pac-Man World that I'm playing today. I played this game a little bit when I was a kid. It's weird because when you think of Pac-Man, you obviously think of the classic arcade game, you know, gobbling up the little pellets or cookies or whatever the hell they're meant to be. The dots, avoiding the ghosts, and that's about it. But this was the first kind of different style of Pac-Man game, using the character of Pac-Man in a 3D platformer, which obviously for the time, this came out in 1999, 3D platformers were the big thing at the time, and I guess any 2D arcadey kind of big names from that era made the leap to 3D, so I guess it was only inevitable that Pac-Man would be a 3D game at some point, and they probably thought that just the standard formula wouldn't be enough even for 1999, so yeah, 3D platformer. So interestingly, this was actually released for Pac-Man's 20th anniversary in 1999. So obviously the first Pac-Man came out in 1979. So that's kind of depressing, like the gap between this game, the original Pac-Man, is shorter now than this game and today. So I guess this is more retro than the original Pac-Man was to this game, if that makes sense. But I was just reading the manual, it's gotten really meta. Over the years, Pac-Man's starring role in one of the greatest games ever has made him Pac-Land's most popular celebrity. 20 years later, Pac-Man is on a new quest to defeat Toc-Man and save his friends from the perils of Ghost Island. Who the hell is Toc-Man? Is it TikTok? He's just a boomer, isn't he? He's scared of change. So a little bit of trivia. Did you know Pac-Man was originally going to be called Puck-Man?
They changed it because not because Pac-Man looks like a hockey puck. Pacu means flap your mouth, and that they were worried people would scratch out the P, turn it into an F, like.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Right, let's see what this game is all about. I think there's a story. I guess we're gonna find out, aren't we? Waka waka waka. Is that his house? Why does he have windows shaped like him? What a bloody narcissist. Well, everyone will know where to send the hate mail to. Is that Pac-Man's dog? Is that why he's yellow? Even his eyes are the shape of Pac-Man. Is Pac-Man God? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Do they have a kid? Because I know there's Mrs. Pac-Man as well. Has the kid just been kidnapped? Waka waka waka, what the hell is going on? Professor Pac-Man? Or maybe that's the granddad. He is definitely being probed right now, isn't he? That wide open mouth. Okay, so is that Pac-Man? Why is there so many of them? Jesus Christ, it just grabbed him by the eyes. See, I'm confused. Is it meant to be his 20th birthday? Or 20th anniversary of being in the game? Because apparently the game exists in this universe. He's like a film star. Because that would have made him like a fetus during the first game. His house has been partially destroyed. Grr, Mondays. So I think Quest is like the adventure mode. Let's give that a go. Stuck on his big nose. Well, how come Pac-Man has like a nose as well? God, that's one professionally made flyer. That's why you pay for graphic designers. What is his arm doing down there? That bit's so dodgy. Oh no, that's his arm up there. I could not tell what the ghost's anatomy was then. Here they are, they're having their discotheque, their illegal rave.
I wanted gold streamers and red balloons. The PJ sticks, the berries are good, and the cake should be chocolate. You're gonna ruin my party.
What the hell is that? Is that like some sort of robot Pac-Man? Are they seriously trying to make this Pac-Man world full of so much lore and character? I mean, what's the logic here? Are they actually dead? Or are they creatures? Slight error? So they captured her instead of Pac-Man. Maybe they thought it was just Pac-Man wearing drag. It's so weird. It just doesn't feel right for Pac-Man to have like a story and like human characteristics and stuff. It's just, God, look at this massive smirky grin on his face. He looks way too happy considering his kid, his wife, and his granddad is being kidnapped and probably being tortured.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Okay, let's see what the hint is. Welcome to Pac-Man World. That's not a hint.
Tonight we'll answer some of your questions. Professor Lawrence Pierce of the University of Chicago writes, I think Homer gets stupider every year. That's not a question, Professor.
Look out for ghosts and eat all the Pac dots. Oh, is that what they're called? Pac dots? Because everything has to have Pac in front of them in this world. It's like McDonald's. Okay, cool. Pac, thank you. You can jump, can't you? Here we go. Oh, there we go. Adding a whole new dimension to Pac-Man. See, like, they're trying to create a bit more of a backstory, a bit more information about his universe. But I'm just confused. Like, are the ghosts actually dead? Maybe they're in purgatory. Maybe that's it. And they only get to move on once they've killed Pac-Man because he's actually the devil reincarnated. It's super weird to see Pac-Man with like arms and legs. You're just so used to just knowing him as like a partially eaten pie. Oh, you can shoot them with a circle. He's just throwing away the most natural resource in this land. There you go, that's one of your 5 a day, although there's a whole bunch of bananas, so it's going to give you stomachache. It's the opposite of being healthy. It's a butt bounce. Does he have a butt? I mean, I guess he does, because he eats bananas, he eats Pac dots. He's got a shit somehow. Unless it just comes directly from his mouth. Oh god. Just pressing buttons, not knowing about the consequences for my actions. Okay, well they're dead. Although, they were dead already? Because they were skeletons?
It's a mistake to get too deep into all that kind of stuff.
A bit bloody late for that now. Can't be beaten by butt bouncing. Just butt bounce to death. Just gonna travel around like this instead. He's gonna have a very sore arse, whichever part of his anatomy that belongs. Oh my god, he can actually swim. This isn't right. PS1 characters can't swim. It's quite cool how they've had to really think about what are the main parts of classic Pac-Man game. What are all the collectibles? Can we just do this in a 3D environment? Bring it up to modern standards of 1999. Bedoing? Bedoing. Trying to read using my English. You know, that says the be doing, but for some reason I thought it said on the be dong. Let's do the butt bounce on the Pac dong. You can hang on, that's pretty good. See, I'm quite surprised with some of the moves he has. I'm not saying by any means this game is groundbreaking, but it's just impressive that he has more moves than I thought he would. What the hell is this? It's the Metal Pac-Man. It's like Metal Mario, isn't it? Metal Pac-Man. I mean, I'm pretty sure it gets harder than this, because I never managed to complete this game. It's like when a cartoon character like runs on the spot, like, let me at him. Tell you what, that circle move's actually pretty overpowered. He's just at the gym. Edge of the world, you can fall off and die. Oh, for God's sake. I swear I didn't press X then. If only I had been given a hint that I could die from falling off the edge. What? I haven't recorded one of these videos for what, 3 weeks, and now all of a sudden I can't play games. Didn't tell me there'd be backtracking. God, my hands are gonna vibrate off. My controller's going mad. Okay. You can fly. You could fly this whole time. Evil Toc-Man. Why is the robot Pac-Man called Toc-Man? That's it, maybe Pac-Man's been butt bouncing too much and actually landing on his head, and he's made up Toc-Man in his head. He's actually a computer, that's why it's robotic. He saw someone use TikTok and he's scared of it. Here we go. First level down. Oh god. Yeah, let's do some gambling in this kid's game. Let's try my luck. Why is there like a gambling mechanic in this game? Was I only allowed a certain amount? They're just like, you've had enough. I'll tell you when I've had enough. Here we go, this is my old save. 46%. Is that what I got through? Oh my god. Okay, I obviously hadn't played it that much. save in the empty slot, you know, just on the off chance that I want to play my game from 21 years ago or whatever. Ah, I remember this hub world. There's a ghost up there. Can I get there? You can't butt bounce high enough. Okay, level 2, let's do this. Does it get any harder? See, my natural instinct with PS1 games is like, I have to avoid the water at all costs. Is that how many lives I've got? I've got 1 life. Is that because I died several times in the tutorial level? It's not embarrassing at all. Does he have a limited amount of breath underwater, or is he just going to be able to breathe permanently? What kind of freak is he? Because, you know, otherwise he's perfectly normal. Yeah, I'll give up trying to drown Pac-Man. Just trying to do the world a favour, really. Rid the world of his ego. I mean, even his eyes are the shape of him. I wonder if they're contacts. I'm actually really confused with his eyebrows. It makes it look like he's got horns or something. I mean, why do those ghosts have swords? Like, surely they can't die because they are already dead. Okay, here we go. I can murder them now. He was just fleeing for his life. Pac-Man shows no mercy. The checkpoints and the lives look exactly the same. Why is there another checkpoint there? The other one was so close. His ass must be so sore right now. So you collect letters of his name. So I didn't really even need to do that whole section. Unless I was planning on completing this game 100%. Which, you know, I have a lot of spare time. But I'm not that bored yet. And if you can breathe underwater, why did he need to get a boat at the start? Like, he could have just ran across the water, because apparently he's this overpowered superhero. Where was he when we needed Trump to be stopped? Like, why is there so many pieces of health everywhere? Like, this is not a hard game so far. Where are you even meant to have got hit? Apart from those 2 obstacles there. I mean, this is definitely for small children, but I'm going to complain anyway. I'm a Pac Karen in this universe. What the hell? Is that seaweed just killing him? There we go. Pick up your soggy orange. I mean, I feel like that's not the best way of encouraging kids to eat fruit. Just go into the bottom of the lake and you might find an orange. Okay. I'm legitimately lost. What the hell? I'm lost in a Pac-Man game. How is that even possible? Okay, it's even flashing on the bottom of the screen. It's telling me what to do, for God's sake. If only there was a hint sign there to baby me through the level some more. What happened then? Did he just go through the platform? I mean, is there a point to getting high scores? Like, does it do anything for the progression of this game? Do I need to kill them all just because they're different from me? Okay, it's that line of pack docs for him to snort up again. Why is the hinge on that side? You can't get past. Oh, for God's sake. Thank God he can hold his breath, but as soon as he gets hit by a little bit of seaweed, that's it, that's game over. You walk on top of that bird. What is that meant to be? That was so suspicious. That is Pac Bong. It's medical, I swear. Just what fruit is that meant to be? It's meant to be like a lemon. It's just the bit at the top. This looks so weird. Here comes the ghosts. Nice of you to drop in. His time is up. It's time for him to walk the plank. So yeah, look, everything in this universe is shaped like him. There's more windows there. Maybe that's just his main racket. The video game money is dried up, so he's had to go into double glazing.
Fame isn't everything.
Either that or he's God. Why was there like a hint every step of the way in the first level, and then in the second level it's just like, that's it, I've told you everything there is to know. You've completed the intense 20-minute course. It's just a ball with arms and legs. And if he ever plays sport, he would be the ball.
Dodgeball was the best. Oh yeah, I was the fastest one out there. Of course, I was the ball.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. There was never a hint about that. Here we go. Oh yes, making progress. Oh my God. Okay, I just needed to go a little bit further in the perspective. Okay, it all makes sense now. And it's the end of the level, for God's sake. I made that a lot harder than it needs to be for myself. Ah, what? I thought that's how you spelt it. Let's do some Pac-Man gambling, because gambling is the first thing I think of when I think of Pac-Man. It's like when people are like, my New Year's resolution is to give up alcohol, is to eat healthier, is to do more exercise. Mine is to stop gambling on Pac-Man World. Back to Ghost Island. That sounds like a terrifying place, but of course it's all bright and colourful and nice and cheery apparently. Let's do one more level. See if it's any different. Crazy Cannonade. Is that meant to be like lemonade? Does that work? Cannonade? For God's sake. See, that's what they should be doing. That's a better tactic for the ghost. Just hide in the walls, and then as soon as he comes, just jump out at him, ambush him. There you go. Eyes are floating away, and off to Specsavers to be sold 2 for 1. That's what they do, right? They sell eyes. Obviously haven't had enough calcium, just falling apart at the first butt bounce. They've really tried to combine all of the platforming tropes, haven't they? Like with all of the collectibles. And then I feel like this is meant to be like Sonic-esque, which would make sense because he's a ball that he can move like that. Just the way he like bounces around helplessly, he looks ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Oh no. Tried to jump too early to avoid the cannon. I mean, they could just stuff him in a cannon, really. It's the right sort of shape for it. That wasn't me body shaming Pac-Man, by the way. He's a ball. So imagine going to your next door neighbour's house, being like, can I have my Pac-Man back? I accidentally kicked over the fence. There's skeleton pirates, but there's also ghost pirates. Do the ghosts belong to those skeletons? Like, their soul split from the rest of their body? I mean, who are they actually firing at? Surely it's a waste of cannonballs. They're just on auto fire at all times. Would not like to see what their turnover is. Oh no. Oh no, if I got game over. I killed Pac-Man. I mean, let's check out the mazes instead. I assume that's just going to be like the classic, isn't it? Get ready to jump. He's just addicted to the pack dots, isn't he? He needs help. That and gambling, you know, time has not been kind to him. I just went straight into a ghost straight away. See, this is what you probably would have expected from like the first 3D Pac-Man game. Just the standard Pac-Man formula, but like done in 3D. There we go. Finished the level. It only took me 3 lives to do so. That's pretty cool. And then, obviously, classic, I assume, is just going to be the old game. Okay, I was saying how weird it was that Pac-Man has like arms and legs, but he must have done on the side of the arcade machine. That's his humble beginnings before he was a narcissist. This was the start of his addiction, though. I mean, it is super impressive when you like think about it, how this game and the 3D game are 20 years apart, just like how much gaming changed within that time. Whereas obviously gaming's changed a lot since Pac-Man World, but I wouldn't say the leap is like as big. Right, let's try the 3rd level again and try not to die. Just gonna speed through, screw all the collectibles. Just need to know what happens next in the story. Imagine if you could actually like run on the spot like that. It'd be super impressive. Just there'd be people at the start of marathons just sprinting on the spot. As soon as they say go, they just go speeding off. Like, are they meant to be robotic mice? Like, why have they got a corkscrew in their mouth? Is it like a kink thing? Okay, I've gotten further than I did last time. God, I'm sick of this game all of a sudden now, aren't I? Oh god. Spoke way too soon. Oh god, it keeps getting stuck on the wall. Oh no, if I died again. Oh god, I'm not qualified enough to play games on YouTube. I mean, at least there's an abundance of checkpoints in this game, just in case something like that happens. Just keep bouncing. It's Pac-Man's version of Live, Laugh, Love. Just keep on bouncing. Okay, I know when to admit defeat. I don't really know what to say about that game. But yeah, this game is one of those where my memories of it were probably better than it actually is. I mean, it's pretty cool that they managed to make like a 3D platformer out of a game with the most basic kind of like sprites for characters. It feels like they tried to put quite a lot in there, but at the same time it's not quite interesting enough to really like capture your attention and your interest for too long. All the levels I played so far were very samey, all 3 of them, in which I failed at the 3rd level. But yeah, that was Pac-Man World, and I've been 90sJoePlays. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.